Greetings to my brothers and sisters all over the world. My name is Grand Elder Raymond Robinson, and as you may have been aware, I've been on a fast now, hunger strike, for 4 days without food and water. I am protesting with respect to the way our government, the government of Canada, under Prime Minister Stephen Harper, is doing to us, the Indigenous people of Canada. They have all taken our inherent and Aboriginal rights under the treaty relationship we have with the Crown. And I will continue my hunger strike without food and water until the Prime Minister of Canada start really seriously considering, and I mean seriously considering, meeting with my First Nations leaders and give us that honor, that respect, that dignity that we deserve, to come to the table on a nation-to-nation basis and start discussing our Aboriginal and inherent treaty rights that are guaranteed, let me say again, guaranteed under Section 35 of the Constitution Act of 1982, and furthermore protected under the Charter of Rights and Freedom, Section 25. There are many outstanding cases out there that favour us with respect to land, title and water. And the continued paternalistic attitude towards us First Nations by the Government of Canada, it's not right at this day and age to be neglected of the basic rights of us Indigenous people of Canada with respect to the treaty relations that we have with Canada is appalling. The continuation of paternalistic attitude towards us should not be tolerated in this 21st century, especially in the year 2013. And I will continue my hunger strike until I get this call from the Prime Minister that he's going to have this serious dialogue, an open, fair dialogue, based on nation to nation, with my First Nation leaders, and start seriously discussing these matters that affect us as First Nation people of Canada, our Aboriginal treaty rights. They're obligated, they have a fiduciary duty to look after our best interest. They're obligated to consult with us, to inform us on any matters that's going to affect us First Nations. But thus far have not taken place, and I will continue until I hear from Prime Minister that he's going to have this nation-to-nation relationship now, from this day forward, with my First Nations and my First Nation leaders. If at any time during the course of my hunger strike without food and water, something happens to me, I call on people not to bear arms, not to do anything violent against your brothers and sisters. But I call on you guys to keep fighting for the injustices that are being done to us First Nations people. But I also call on you, Canadian society. You know that this is not just a First Nation issue. This is an issue that affects us all. The right, the arbitrary rights to give ministerial power to deal as they wish with our waters, with our lands, with our resources, should not happen, should not take place. So I ask you to continue my fight if something does happen to me in the course of my hunger strike. I thank you guys for everything that you've done for me, all the support, all the prayers, all the encouragements, all the petitions, the letters. I ask you to continue to press the Government of Canada to do the right thing and repeal Bill C-38, Bill C-45, and all the bills that are going to annihilate our resources, our lands, our waters. Because if we take one of these out of the equation, there will be no life. All of us will be gone. You take water out of the equation, there is no life. Because water is the basic principle of life. If you take land, where are we going to live? Resources we need. That's where our food comes from, everything else. We need to protect and save Mother Earth. There's been enough damage done to her. I think it's about time we, as Canadian society, as the world even, that we take control and tell the governments, the multinationals, the corporations to stop destroying and decimating, desecrating and leaving bare our Mother Earth, where all life comes from. We need the water, the lands and the resources to continue to live. So if anything happens to me, do not bear arms. Do not instigate violence, but persevere. Use your spirituality. Use the sacred teachings that was handed down to us. The love, the wisdom, the respect, the honor, the humility, the courage, the truth, the honesty. These will prevail, and these will make mountains move if we come from this respect. So I encourage you all to always come from that respect. Always realize the seven sacred teachings in everything you do, how you relate to people, how you look at life, how you look at each other, what you say to each other. Always have that unconditional love for your fellow man, even to the ones that might be hurting us. Always learn to forgive. That is the motto that I try to reach to people to live by. So I thank you again. This is Grand Elder Robinson. Thank you.